peace everyone. Zuzunatural here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Zawena, aka Zuzunatural. I make videos about crystals, self-care, wellness. I am the owner of Inner Outer Balance, which is a metaphysical crystal shop. We sell crystals and other spiritual enrichment items. I also am the owner of Cosmic Crystal Box, which is a monthly crystal subscription box. So check those out if you're interested. If you are not new, welcome back. I appreciate each and every one of you joining me today. We are going to do a crystal video. Today's video is going to be a crystal Q&A. I get so many questions in my comments that I just don't get a chance to get to. But what I like to do is periodically go through and kind of pull out the ones that keep getting asked over and over and over again and put them in a crystal Q&A for you guys. So you can kind of go to the playlist, go to the Q&A and see if your question is answered, because maybe I answered it already in a previous Q&A. So some of these I've received before and I think I have answered them in a previous Q&A. But I'm going to do it again. It's 2022, it's a new year, and I really haven't done any crystal videos in a very long time. So we're going to start fresh. First question. Will the Moonlight Method of charging crystals work with other phases of the moon other than the full moon? Yes, absolutely. You can charge your crystals with any phase of the moon that you choose. There are various moon phases. You have full moons, new moons, first quarter, third quarter, and various other moon phases. And so what I would recommend is looking up moon phases. You can do a quick Google search and find out the energy that is associated with each of these moons. A lot of people like to do spiritual work during the full moon energy. It's very deep, it's very intense, it's very emotional, and a lot of people like to utilize that energy, but you don't have to. I personally like a new moon for my charging of crystals and a lot of my spiritual work, right? So new moons are new beginnings, new intentions, letting go of the old, bringing in the new. And so that's the energy I like to utilize. So what you want to do is figure out the energy that you'd like to utilize for the spiritual work that you will be doing, because it's going to be unique to you. So the answer is yes, you can use various moon phases for charging your crystals. You do not have to just use full moon energy. So I just want to say one thing before I get into the next question, and that is the moon is magical, right? The moon's magical in all its phases. Crystals are magical, but what I don't want you to forget is that you are magical as well. You are the magic you are looking for. And yes, we utilize the moon and the sun and crystals to help us tap into that magic, but you are magic. Next question. Next question is, can I use incense to cleanse my crystals? Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes. You can use incense to cleanse your crystals. So incense cleanse and purify a space. So they can also cleanse and purify your crystals, just like your sage can, just like your Palo Santo can. Incense can do the same thing. Now, with that being said, make sure you are purchasing natural incense. I don't want you running down to the gas station or the Quickie Mart and picking up incense from there, because a lot of times those incense are made with toxic ingredients. They're made with perfumes that have artificial fragrances and some sort of chemical cocktail. And yes, it smells good, but you are also doing maybe more harm than good when you're releasing those toxins into the air. So you want to get an incense like, so this is one of my favorite incense. I love the Nag Champa. They have frankincense, sandalwood, you name them. I get these on Amazon, right? So I love these incense. And right here, it says natural incense sticks. But not only that, so I want you to look for something like this when you're looking for your incense. It says all pure natural ingredients includes herbs, woods, gums, and essential oils. That's what you're looking for. You want your incense to be made from natural wood, gums, resins, and essential oils, okay? So yes, you can use incense, just make sure you are using natural incense. All right, let's see what this next question is. I'm new to crystals and wondered which crystals should I buy first? Okay, so that's a little bit of a trick question. There's no such thing as what crystal I was about to say incense because we just started talking about incense. Which crystal? There's no such thing as which crystal should you buy first, because there's no one crystal that is the end all crystal. This is the one, right? Crystals don't work that way. Crystals are very unique and individual to what we are looking for. So, what I recommend is going into a crystal shop or shopping online and look at the crystals that speak to you. By speak to you, I don't mean like, hey girl, buy me. I don't mean like that. I mean like the crystals that catch your attention, right? They are pretty, sparkly. Whatever the case is, it does not matter. Do not put so much attention and energy into, oh, well, I only liked it because it was pink. That's enough. I only liked it because it was purple. I only liked it because it was sparkly. It does not matter why. If a crystal catches your attention, then that is the crystal for you. Get that crystal, okay? Get that one. Use your intuition, because I guarantee it that once you get that crystal and you go home and you look up those benefits, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was looking for. This is the one I needed. Listen, you know what you need. You do. But if you don't, okay, even though you do, if you don't, I do have 5 crystals that I recommend everyone should have in their crystal collection, right? So these are more beginner crystals. And so if you are looking for a place to start, then I would recommend starting with some clear quartz, right? So here we have clear quartz. This is known as the master crystal. I would start with a clear quartz piece. It could be anything from a tumble to a beautiful pyramid like such. Also, I would go with amethyst. Amethyst is a wonderful crystal for tapping into your spirituality. It is wonderful for dream work. I would go with amethyst. That is the second one I would go with. Also, I would go with rose quartz. Rose quartz is the crystal of love, compassion, and empathy. And rose quartz is always a winner. Always a winner. Next up, selenite. Selenite. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look. Selenite. I would go with selenite. Selenite is a cleansing crystal. You can use selenite to cleanse other crystals and charge other crystals. This is a selenite flat bar. You just place them on top of those and let this baby do its work. Selenite is wonderful for clearing your auric field when you come in from the day and you want to get all that nasty gunk off of you. It is like a spiritual shower. So selenite is a must. And then last but not least of those 5, black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a protection stone. It's wonderful for removing negative energy, getting rid of negative energy. I love black tourmaline. So if you don't want to use your intuition, I would go with one of those: amethyst, rose quartz, clear quartz, black tourmaline, or selenite. Next question. Where is a good place to buy crystals? Now you know what I'm going to say. I know you know what I'm going to say. I have a crystal shop. The best place to buy crystals is my crystal shop. So I have a crystal shop called Inner Outer Balance, and we sell crystals and other spiritual enrichment items, and it is the best place to buy your crystals. Hands down, it's the best. I am a certified crystal healer, so I have experience working with crystals. If you have crystal questions, I can answer those questions. I have a large selection of crystals, and I even have some crystals that I don't even have up in the shop. So if you're ever looking for anything specific, you can shoot me an email, and I can be like, yeah, actually I do have that. Just don't have it up in the shop yet. But we have a extensive collection of crystals, everything from small tumbles to larger pieces to crystal jewelry, you name it, we have it. And you can save 10% off with code YouTubeLove on your orders at Inner Outer Balance. And if you really, really want to get into crystals, I have a crystal subscription box. It's called Cosmic Crystal Box, and you can subscribe and get crystals delivered to your door every month. And this is various crystals, so each box has like 2, 3, 4 items in it, and you get little cards that give you the information of the healing benefits of your crystals. And you can subscribe for as long as you want, cancel anytime, and just have crystals and little surprises coming every month. You can save 20% off your first box with code WELCOME20. All that information is down in the bottom, but since you asked, I figured I would share, right? Okay, so Inner Outer Balance Cosmic Crystal Box. Next question. What crystals help best with anxiety? This is a question I get asked a lot. A lot. It might be one of it's definitely top 5 questions that I get asked over and over again. So, which crystals work best for anxiety? So, there are various crystals that work well for anxiety, but I'm going to give you my numero uno, my number one crystal for anxiety, and that is lepidolite. Lepidolite is my number one crystal, and I'm going to show you various forms of lepidolite. So this is a beautiful lepidolite palm stone, has beautiful flash in it. Here's a lepidolite heart. I love heart-shaped crystals. Here's a lepidolite mica, so you know you have the shininess happening, and then you have lepidolite bracelet, and here's a lepidolite worry stone. So lepidolite is by far my number one crystal for anxiety. It has lithium in it, so one of the components of lepidolite is lithium, and lithium is used in anti-anxiety and depression medications, and so it's really good for helping ease that anxiety and help soothe you and relax you. It's a beautiful crystal. Just touching it, rubbing it, and probably just looking at it, that beautiful purple color. A lot of the purple crystals are wonderful for anxiety. Your fluorite, your lepidolite, your amethyst, like these are all really good crystals, but lepidolite's my favorite. And maybe it is that lithium, I'm not sure, but it's just such a wonderful crystal for anxiety. And if you have anxiety, I recommend having like a worry stone, right? So this has like a little thumb groove in it, and you keep it in your pocket, and when you're feeling anxious, you just pull it out your pocket or even leave it in your pocket, and you just rub that anxiety away. And I'm telling you, you can feel it melting, because I get anxiety sometimes. So I am an empath. I'm also an introvert. So I do not really like large groups of people, large crowds. It's a lot energetically. And then also, I really just don't feel like doing all that socializing. So this is really good for me. Like I'll just be rubbing away. Like if I have to go to an event or something where it's going to be a lot of people, I might be rubbing on my lepidolite in my pocket. Like, oh boy. Oh boy, just because it's so much energetically. If you're an empath, then you know just all that energy coming from all those different people. You're just like, oh my gosh. So this is a really good one. And then also wearing it. Wearing it is a wonderful way to just always have it with you. So if you have it on, like it is just magically doing its work always. So it's something that you'll want to have in your collection if you suffer from anxiety. It's also a wonderful crystal for sleep. Peaceful, tranquil dreams, and just a really good night rest. Wonderful. You tuck it under your pillow. You can take a little piece like that, put that under your pillow, and you just be knocked out like a little baby. But yeah, lepidolite is the one I would recommend for anxiety. It is my number one I would recommend. Next question. What is a good crystal for opening the third eye? You want to open your third eye, huh? Well, there are a lot of good crystals for opening your third eye. Before I tell you what crystal I would say would be one of my favorites, I will say that when it comes to spiritual practices, and I feel like a lot of people want to open their third eye, like it's just the thing to do. I just want to say that opening your third eye may not be the delight that you're looking for. It is delightful in the long run. However, it is definitely very powerful and an adjustment and something to get used to when you start seeing through the mind's eye, when you start tapping into your intuition and your psychic powers, right? Your higher self. When you start tapping into that and you start seeing the world through different eyes, it is definitely a different experience. And so you want to make sure it's one you're ready for. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. That's right. But what I would say for opening your third eye, I would go with amethyst. Okay, this is another purple stone like the lepidolite. So this is a wonderful, wonderful spiritual stone. Amethyst is fabulous for help tuning into your spiritual self, your higher self. It's a stone of spirituality. It is associated with the third eye, and so you're tapping into your intuition, right? Your all seeing, all knowing eye. But what I love about amethyst is not only is it like a really relaxing crystal, like many of the purple stones are, you also have this clarity and this focus that you get within the relaxed state, right? So it's one thing to be like with lepidolite, you're relaxed and kind of dreamy and tranquil. This is more relaxed, but still focused, still able to concentrate, still able to pinpoint, what it is that you're trying to study or what you're trying to do. So I really, really love amethyst for opening or doing any sort of third eye work. I think amethyst is a beautiful crystal for that. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. Okay, so this is our last question. Which arm should I wear my crystal bracelets on? That's a good one. I love the intention behind it. The intention of, which one and why. I love that. So before I answer it, I do want to say something. When I'm speaking about crystals, I'm speaking about crystals from my own personal experience, right? My own viewpoints and how I work with them and what works for me. I try not to be dogmatic, and right? And what I mean by that is I try not to say this is the way you do it only. This is the right way. You should do this. I try not to speak in those terms because I do not believe that that is the way you work with crystals, right? And so I try not to be dogmatic. I really do. Now I'm a human being, and we're full of dogma, full of it, right? Because we can't separate ourselves from our own thoughts, beliefs, ideologies. So we try our best to look through an objective lens, but at the same time, you're coming from your own personal self experiences, thoughts, ideologies, beliefs, right? And so with that being said, I just wanted to say that because you're like, where's she going with this? I just wanted to say that because I don't want you to think that there is only one way to do something. There's a right way to work with crystals. There's a wrong way to work with crystals because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It doesn't. Crystals are a tool for your spiritual practice. And so learning to work with them is going to be up to you. What feels right for you. So anyway, that's not all I had to say. I wear my crystal bracelets on my left side, right? So that's what I do. Now, 99% of the time, I have my crystals bracelets on my left side. Not always, but most of the time, I'll have my crystal jewelry here, right? And that is because my left side is the side of receiving, right? This is the side of the heart. This is your receiving side. Your right side is your giving side. You give energy and you receive energy. And so I am receiving the energy of the healing benefits of these crystals. I have shungite here, and shungite is a beautiful protection stone, wonderful for EMF protection against those electromagnetic frequencies. So that's a wonderful to have on. I also have on these beautiful flower agates, and I love flower agate. Flower agate is tuning in and balancing 3 chakras at once: your heart chakra for your self-love, your compassion, your empathy. It's tuning in and balancing that solar plexus for your personal power, and then your sacral chakra for your passion and your creativity. I love flower agate, just in case you couldn't tell. So I am wearing mine on my left side so I can receive that energy. So there's no right or wrong way to wear your crystal bracelets, but I do prefer to wear them on the left, and that is why. And so I think that if you do something and you have a reason why that works for you, that's good enough for me. So there's no wrong or right way, but that is my preference. So that's it. That is it. I know I went a little bit on a tangent. I'm an anthropologist at heart, so I just really get dogma is one of my pet peeves. And like I said, we're human beings, so we're full of it. But dogma is just one of my biggest pet peeves. So like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Follow me on Instagram, Inner Outer Balance, Zuzunatural, Cosmic Crystal Box. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And I will see you in the next video. Zuzunatural, peace out.